Welcome to This Week in East Brunswick. Today we head to the New Jersey Folk Festival at Rutgers University as we talk with the festival director about the long-running festival and about this year's theme of the Native American tribes in New Jersey. The East Brunswick High School varsity softball team celebrates Senior Day before a recent home game as we check out the action and meet the seniors. We join Mayor Brad Cohn at the Disability Allies Young Adult Community Inclusion Center for the grand opening and ribbon cutting that will serve the special needs community. And we drop in on the East Brunswick Department on Aging's annual Heritage Day. All this, plus Karen Perry, sits down in studio with Dr. Iris Udasin to talk about an upcoming presentation called Is Your Home or Workplace Giving You Breathing Problems? So stay with us. This Week in East Brunswick starts now.
We're here at the New Jersey Folk Festival in New Brunswick, New Jersey, Saturday, April 28, 2018. And every year we try to feature a different group. This year we're featuring the Native Americans of New Jersey. Now the thing is, most of us in New Jersey, if we think about American Indians at all, we envision, say, a young brave with a Sioux war bonnet on a horse chasing a buffalo with a bow and arrow. We think of the Great Plains. But what we don't think about in New Jersey is a very densely populated state. New Jersey is a very industrialized state. And we don't often realize that there are Native Americans here in New Jersey. To most of us, it comes as a surprise. But actually here at the New Jersey Folk Festival, we're featuring three very well-established tribes. Up north, we have the Ramapo Lenape tribal nation. They're primarily in Bergen and Passaic counties, up in the Ringwood Mountains, and in southern Suffolk County. It's only about 25 miles away from New York City. It's a group of some 5,000 people who make up the Ramapo Nation. In addition, in central New Jersey, we have the Powhatan Lenape Nation. They're down in Burlington County, and they originated from the Rappahannock area of Virginia. Many of them in the mid-19th century moved up to New Jersey. Meanwhile, down south in Cumberland County, New Jersey, we have the Nanticoke Lenni Lenape Nation, and they are a tribal group. It's in southern New Jersey, northern Delaware. Historically, they're associated with the Delaware Bay Area. We're blessed with sunshine, and we have some 90 craft vendors. We have some 21 food vendors. We have 3 stages of live music. We have about 10,000 people. It's a wonderful day, and we're so glad that so many people could come and enjoy this wonderful event.
When I started making jewelry I was maybe about 15, 16 years old, about 1,000 years ago. I had wanted a pair of earrings, and I went to a store and they were $5, and I was like, wow, $5, I'm going to make my own. And that's how I got started. I just decided I was going to make my own, and if I wanted something, I'd make my own, because I could always make things anyway. And the tradition of silversmithing among Native people is a fairly young tradition. It's only about 150 years old, and it comes up from Mexico, where a lot of culture here in North America actually comes up from Mexico and spreads out. Up here in the Northeast, we used to use what people call German silver, which is not silver at all. It's actually just white brass. They used to trade with the English for pieces of jewelry to put on their clothes. And then after a while, they said, well, why am I trading for this? I'll make it myself. And so that became the tradition among the Eastern Indians to make metal smithing also.
The larger the drum, the deeper the sound. So let's see, today was really damp, so when it's damp outside, the drums sound real flat. See that? Because it's still damp, but if I lay this in the sun for maybe 10 minutes, the heat from the sun is going to tighten up this hide, and then I'm going to get a good beat. Now the smaller the drum is, the tinnier it'll sound. So this is the same style drum, but this sounds deeper because it doesn't have as much space to tighten up. That's a much bigger drum, so it takes a lot more. So this one's a little bit tighter. And then we have double-sided drums, which are these are made from a tree, a hollow tree, and then this you just stretch over. So this is a little echoey because you have skins on both sides, so that's more of a tambourine style. So I have a few different styles of this. This is a very difficult drum to make because this is made out of buffalo hide. These are all made out of cow hide, but this particular drum is made out of buffalo hide, and so it's really takes on the elements,
Well, of course, you need wood, and you get 2 blocks of wood, and you put them together temporarily as you're carving them. And then after you carve them, then you take them back apart and you hollow them out. This bird is around the turn of the century, about 1900, and it's all hollowed out, and it actually fell apart where the nails rusted off. This is how a decoy traditionally is made in the Barnegat Bay for hunting. This is the bottom. They take a cotton rope and put it around here for caulking to keep it from leaking, and they hollow it out, of course, after it's carved. They put it together with like white lead on the flange with the corking. They put lead on the bottom, so if they throw it overboard and it's still dark out in the morning, it uprights itself and it floats good. In the rough water, it doesn't flip over. It stays where it's supposed to and makes it very stable. That's the traditional Barnegat Bay decoy.
Market baskets were used just to carry anything that you needed. It would have a bonnet handle, and a bonnet handle is a handle that would be cast over the basket. So any basket that has a cast over handle like this is just a quick, easy grab, easy carrying basket, and that's what it was used for, anything that you needed to carry. I make lots of baskets. Mainly the baskets that I make are baskets that were used here in New Jersey, so I consider myself a heritage weaver, and some good examples are this one behind you with the blue, dyed blue, is called a poundfish basket, which pound fishing was a technique of fishing that was used here in the South Jersey area. I am self-taught, so I just decided I really like to do this. I've always worked with my hands. I did a lot of different things. I saw a basket, I wanted to know how it was made, and I basically went to the library, found very few books. I went to a few museums, able to see some of the historical baskets, and I basically figured out, where they started and how to bring them up, and so I really weave from the baskets that were already here.
I am yours, you are mine, you are what you are. You make it hard, and you make it hard, and you make it hard, and you make it hard.
Play hard, with energy, with spirit, with desire, for each other. Every moment of the game, for each other. Ball goes up, it comes down in our glove. Be the hardest one trying for every single ball. All right, make it come down in your glove, we pick each other up. Anything happens, bad, pick each other, pick up your teammate, get to the next one. All right, let's be great today, ladies. Bears on 3. 1, 2, 3, Bears!
The East Brunswick High School varsity softball team recently held Senior Day to recognize the senior student athletes and managers, as well as their families before a home game. Let's check out some of the action and meet the seniors.
morning, everybody, and welcome to this finally a wonderful spring day. And this is the grand opening for Disability Allies Young Adults Community Inclusion Center. We couldn't be more proud. East Brunswick, as many of you know, has always been a town that's made a large and long-term commitment to those with disabilities. Our school systems have known that for years and have done a great job, but we've always recognized that one of the problems with the program is that the schools, people age out after age 21. And when that happens, there often is a big dip in opportunities for individuals who've spent years working with their own community and friends and now seem to be lost. And we finally now have an opportunity to offer those individuals a place to go that's not just for people with disabilities, but essentially an inclusion center. And so where the community can continue to remain what it is, a community that values the contribution of everybody. So I couldn't be more proud to introduce Ross Yellen, who put this together. You might want to talk before we cut the ribbon a little bit about the program, the hours, where you're located, so that we can make this is not just in East Brunswick. I'm assuming you're looking for this to get off the ground and it's open to anybody.
Absolutely.
So let me let you speak about
that. Well, I want to start off by thanking Mayor Cohen for all the support that he's given to the organization in this Community Inclusion Center. It's made a huge difference, and really the support of the town and putting everything together, the donations, the people that they've set us up with, and just all the support. It's been truly a blessing to have you here, as the mayor, and that's part of the main reasons why I've chosen to do this in this town. I've grown up in East Brunswick, and I've born and raised here, and I've always had the huge support of the town. So I'll start off with that. Now, this program here is a center for people with and without disabilities to bring them together. We have a lot of different activities that are going to be going on here. We're going to have a theater program, we're going to have a music program, a technology program, creative writing, creative expression, arts and crafts, all kinds of other great things that are going to be going on here, and that people with and without disabilities can come here and participate in. One of the things that Mayor Cohen brought up was that people who have disabilities, particularly those who have aged out of the school system, that are now turning 21 and getting older, they don't have a place to go. They're either stuck at home, playing video games. They're stuck at home, sitting, and there's not really doing much with their lives. So I've always felt that there's a place that they need to be able to go to live fulfilling lives and to be as productive as possible. And that's the reason why I created this place, why I created this center, for those individuals that don't have a place to go. For those of you who don't know, I have some personal challenges that I faced that really inspired me to create this center and to really build it up from the ground level. I have Tourette syndrome, an obsessive compulsive disorder that I've dealt with throughout my entire life. And I can understand what people with disabilities, no matter what their challenges, go through. I may not have the same challenges that other people have, but I can relate to them because we're all going through the same social struggles. We're all trying to fit into society. We're all trying to be accepted. We're all trying to be accepted for who we are. And I know how that feels. And people need to be accepted for who they are, and people need a friend. The one thing that I can say is the biggest disability that someone has is not having a friend or not having somebody that's there for them. So the place that we're going to have right here is going to be open on Saturdays. It's going to start off on Saturdays, but eventually we're going to try to open it throughout the rest of the week. We're going to have 2 separate shifts. One shift is going to be from 9 to 2, and the other shift is going to be from 2:30 to 7:30. And each individual will have the different activities that they can choose what they want to do. So there's going to be different tracks, a theater track, a technology track, a cooking track, and that those people within that tracks will be able to come each week and also be able to build relationships with the people that are also in that track as well. And one of the things about this center, which I think really makes us really unique, is the fact that we're not just for people with disabilities. We're for anybody that wants to come here. So we encourage volunteers to come here, come participate in the activities, socialize with the individual with disabilities, and really be an integral part of this program.
the one thing that I say about volunteers is we want the volunteers to come and to participate in the program. The address right here, we have it's 415 Route 18, right here in East Brunswick, Route 18 South, on the southbound side of the highway.
It's left-handed.
Try, right?
Right-handed. Scissors.
There you go.
Hi, I'm Sharon Riley Morosi, Assistant Director for the East Brunswick Department on Aging, and this is the Voice of Experience. I am here at the Senior Center today. We are celebrating our 10th annual Heritage Day. As has become our tradition, people from the Senior Center choose to represent their country of origin. People bring things that are important to them. Their treasures, they bring clothing and food and pictures, artifacts, ornaments, all kinds of things to share. And our reason for doing this is to really get to know each other better. Heritage Day is a wonderful opportunity for all of us to get to know each other better, and that's what we hope happens here. My favorite part of the day is just bringing people together, having fun, enjoying themselves, and having some good food. It's so special to see how proud people are of their heritage and that we get to share that with one another. That's probably one of the most special parts of the day. If you would like more information about Heritage Day, either to participate next year or be a part of the committee that helps plan the day, please call me at 732-390-6896. And please remember, the East Brunswick Department on Aging is here to help you and yours age successfully.
Hello, I'm Karen Parry. I'm Manager of Information Services at the East Brunswick Library and Manager of the library's Just for the Health of It initiative. I'm joined here today by Dr. Iris Udasin. She is a professor, a physician, and the director of the Clinic Center for the Environmental and Occupational Health Sciences Institute at Rutgers University. Welcome, Dr. Udasin.
Thank you.
I'm here today to talk about a very exciting program that Dr. Udasin will be hosting at our library. It'll take place on Wednesday, June 27th at 7 o'clock p.m. and the program is entitled, Is Your Home or Workplace Giving You Breathing Problems? Dr. Udasin, tell us a little bit about your program. I know you have expertise in the physical and mental health effects of exposure to toxins. Tell us a little bit about your program and why someone would want to attend.
I get a lot of people who come into my office and they're worried that something either in their home or their workplace is making them sick. So what I'm going to be doing in my program is I'm going to be going over the kind of illnesses people can get, specifically concentrating on respiratory and cancer illnesses. And I'm going to be talking about how people are exposed to things, what's the route and the way that they're exposed, what things are out there that we can control, and how can we minimize our exposures so that we don't need to see the doctor so often and that we don't need a lot of medicine because we figured out how to prevent ourselves from being exposed to things.
That sounds great. Would this be a program that would be of interest to seniors, to adults, to young moms, or who would attend some program like this?
So I would say anybody who lives in a house or goes to a workplace, which would be almost anybody. I mean, for goodness sakes, even if you go to a school, you also live in a home. So I would say that it should be of general interest.
Dr. Udasin, I know you're a resident of East Brunswick, which is wonderful, and I know this. You have a lot of knowledge about Central Jersey and about our environmental and toxic hazards. Can you tell me a little bit about why this program would be so important for people to come and learn about our environment here in Central Jersey?
So the first thing, of course, is our own homes. We're in close proximity to radon, could be underneath our own home, things like that. The overwhelming thing we all think about in East Brunswick is, of course, traffic. But the reason why this is really relevant is because Central New Jersey, the reason why a lot of us come to live here is we have a lot of industry in this area, whether it's manufacturing, whether it's healthcare, but we do have the places, construction, we do have the places where people are actually exposed to a lot of different things, both in our homes and in our workplaces. And the spirit of my talk is to help identify the things that we are exposed to so that we can prevent or minimize diseases and hopefully not need to see the cancer specialists because we've prevented cancer by identifying things and minimizing exposure to them.
That's wonderful. We're so happy, Dr. Udasin, that you'll be holding this program for us, and it will be so helpful to our community to hear from an expert in this area. So thank you so much, and I encourage all of our town residents to please come out for Dr. Udasin's program. That's happening on Wednesday, June 27th at 7 o'clock p.m. at the library. Thank you, Dr. Udasin.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Melissa Hosick, and I invite you to attend one of our upcoming May events for adults at the East Brunswick Public Library. All are open to the public. On Wednesday, May 16th at 7 p.m., the New Jersey Lighthouse Society will share the history and importance of New Jersey's 18 beautiful and unique lighthouses. On Thursday, May 17th at 7:30 p.m., Jonathan Carr, founder of Weather New Jersey, will discuss historical New Jersey storms. This lecture is in conjunction with the Friends of the East Brunswick Library Spring Meeting. On Sunday, May 20th at 2 p.m., join us for a concert of ballads, flourishes, and salutes with the Two Counties Symphonic Band. To learn about our other events, such as our Medicare workshops, crafting programs, meditation lectures, and more, visit ebpl.org/calendar or follow us on social media. We hope to see you in May.